Tonight on KGW News, 4 shootings in 24 hours. The latest seen tonight where gunfire quickly turned into a car crash. Also tonight, a troubled mother on the run.
So she's really at this point trying to elude police.
Why the woman who fled as her toddler lay dying from a suspected fentanyl overdose is now wanted for violent crimes. Plus, a celestial show returns. We'll talk about the best chance this weekend to see the Northern Lights. And later,
the roads are starting to open up, but there's no supplies in town. There's no gas.
How a former NASCAR driver now living in Vancouver is helping those cut off by Hurricane Helene. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Molko. We begin at 11 with a search for a mother 3 weeks after her toddler died from a suspected fentanyl overdose. Police now calling her armed and dangerous, saying she is suspected in several violent crimes. Catherine Cook is in the newsroom with a look at the suspect. Catherine?
David, police rarely release mugshots, so this shows how critical this case is to them and how much they need the public's help. Take a look. This is 26-year-old Mary Jacobo. Police say she's the mother of the 2-year-old girl who died from a suspected fentanyl exposure. It happened last month in this mobile home park in Northeast Portland. Police say Jacobo fled the scene while first responders tried to save Aurora's life. Since the girl's death, police say Jacobo has racked up multiple warrants for her arrest. She's suspected in several crimes, including carjacking someone at gunpoint.
They really want to find her, and I'm happy that they do.
Dominique Hodges is Aurora's cousin. She's anxious for police to find and arrest Mary Jacobo.
I hope that Aurora gets justice for what happened to her. She deserves justice, and Mary getting captured and having to answer for her crimes and what she did to Aurora is, there's no justice, but we can settle for that.
Police describe Jacobo as 5'5", 135 pounds with hazel eyes. She has tattoos on the front of her neck, chest, and left hand. And she may have dyed her hair blonde. Dominique isn't surprised.
She actually recently was trying to spread the word that she had passed away herself. So she's really at this point trying to elude police.
Dominique says their family just received Aurora's ashes today. We're still waiting for the official cause of death from the ME's office. Anyone with information on Mary Jacobo's whereabouts is asked to call Portland Police. David?
Yeah, the loss of that toddler, such a tragedy. Thank you, Catherine. Meanwhile, Portland policemen dealing with a series of shootings in the city, a total of 4 in just the last 24 hours where someone has been hit or killed. Alma McCarty is here. So Alma, tell us about the latest shooting tonight.
Well, David, luckily the man shot this evening did survive. Portland police say it happened while he was driving, causing him to crash.
Another night, another crime scene, this time after a man crashed his car when bullets hit him on Columbia Boulevard near MLK before 6 p.m. Officers say he was up and talking when taken to the hospital, and the passenger in his car was not hurt. However, the suspects in what's believed to be a drive-by took off before police got on scene. Earlier Friday, around 1:30 in the morning, a PPB officer shot and killed a man at an apartment complex on Southeast Lambert. They were called out an hour prior to reports of a man armed with a rifle, allegedly yelling and making threats to neighbors there.
These events are exponentially impactful to the city as a whole, so not just for the individuals closest to it, but throughout.
Investigators later determined the firearm in his hand was in fact a pellet gun.
The thing that I worry about is, the de-escalation strategies that our police officers use, and really wanted to make sure that those are humane and that they're really taking the life of the person with the arm also into consideration.
About 4 hours before that deadly shooting,
just heard about 10 loud pops of gunshots going across the street.
Another at a Lamoda cannabis store in the St. John's neighborhood.
Right after I heard the gunshots, I heard sirens for half an hour, a ton of them.
Officers say 2 people were killed. No word yet on what led up to this shooting, but PPB tells us someone they believe to be involved stayed on the scene and cooperated with them. And finally, at around 8:15 Thursday on Northeast 102nd, PPB roped off the Gateway Shopping Center parking lot. after a man was shot and seriously injured. Officers did not make any arrests.
Yeah, lots going on over a short period of time. And if anyone does have any additional information on any one of these shootings, you are encouraged to contact Portland Police. David, back to you.
Yeah, thanks, Alma. Appreciate your reporting on that. To get you caught up on tonight's other headlines now, in Tualatin, the mother of a first grader is suing the district for $350,000 after a teacher allegedly slapped her child multiple times in front of his class. The lawsuit alleges the teacher at Byram Elementary slapped the student at least 6 times last December to punish him for standing on a chair. The teacher then apparently told school leadership and was put on administrative leave, though ultimately was permitted to return. She has not been charged criminally. The district declined to comment. A traffic alert for Sunday morning with the Portland Marathon set to take over parts of the city. Both the marathon and half marathon start and end at the waterfront, but the 26.2-mile-long course will take thousands of runners through 20 neighborhoods and across multiple bridges. And that means you can expect closures as early as 6:30 on Sunday morning. For a full list of traffic impacts, head to KGW.com. And a week after Hurricane Helene struck the southeast, the toll continues to rise, with more than 220 deaths now connected to the storm and its aftermath. Today, Pacific Power deploying crews from the northwest along with some 20 trucks to hard-hit Georgia, where nearly 200,000 customers are still without electricity. Helene is now the deadliest hurricane to hit the U.S. mainland since Katrina devastated Louisiana and Mississippi in 2005. Meanwhile, a former NASCAR driver from Vancouver is helping in the recovery efforts and seeing all the devastation firsthand.
And not one road washed out, every road, every power line down, every tree, 50, 60% of the bridges washed out.
Greg Biffle took his personal helicopter to parts of North Carolina and has been dropping off supplies for people stranded by the storm. One of his videos going viral showing a man on the ground using a mirror to get his attention. Biffle says the man had a newborn and desperately needed baby formula and insulin. He helped get supplies to him and many, many others who've been cut off. The 54-year-old started doing this alone, but has now recruited other NASCAR teams to help.
Friends, about 50 or 60, obviously, that have helicopters. So I was able to spread the word on social media. All these guys came in and all the people came in on the ground. It's been a great thing. It's a great feeling to help someone out of that situation.
Biffle's deliveries have included a load of Starlink satellite internet devices to get people connected. He says plans to continue his work there as long as there is a need. All right, a quick reminder tonight, KGW is partnering with the Oregonian to host a debate a week from next Tuesday featuring the top candidates for Portland mayor. We're hoping you can send us your questions on video for one or more candidates. Include your name, your neighborhood, and your question. Quick and succinct is much appreciated. Then email that video to debate@kgw.com. You can also scan this QR code for more details. Then join us live Tuesday, October 15th, starting at 6:30 in the evening, right here on KGW.